Hey gorgeous! So today I have a review for you, and the review is on the Color Icon palette from Wet n Wild, and it looks like this. Yay! And then it just has a plastic thing and it opens and closes. Super exciting. But there are many things that I like and there are many things that I don't. Or not many. There are some things that I don't like about this palette. And I am going to explain to you why. So the very first thing I like, I love, the reason why I bought this palette was because it has 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades. That is so cool. For drugs, it is, I don't know about you, but I can never, ever, ever find drugstore matte shades. It is so hard to come across, in my personal experience anyway. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe the world is just keeping them from me, but in my experience, it's super hard to find them. So that's what I love about this palette, that they're matte, that they have 3 matte and 3 shimmer ones. The matte ones are these ones and the shimmer ones are these ones. So that's the first thing I love. The second thing I love is how cheap it is. I bought this for $3 at my local grocery store. $3. Let me just explain that to you again. $3. That's 50 cents a shadow. That is so good. I mean, prices are going to vary by location, but where I live, I bought it for $3. So, the next thing I love about this palette is next to how cheap it is so pigmented. For 50 cents an eyeshadow, oh my goodness. I have swatches for you right here, and these ones are the matte shades, and these ones, the ones on top, are the shimmer shades. And like, it doesn't on the back, that's one thing I don't like, is on the back it like doesn't have like names for like the individual eyeshadows, but I'll get over it. So I couldn't like point and be like, this one is this and this one is this, because the names don't exist. Another thing that I like about this is that with a lot of drugstore eyeshadows, like I can't think of any off the top of my head that have done this, like Elf, I love Elf. I love all Elf products. But like on like the 100 palette eyeshadow whatever thing, like some of it, like it felt like almost chalky. Some of the eyeshadows. Not all of them. It was a great palette. But like some of them were chalky, and this is not chalky at all, man. It is so, it's so velvety soft. It feels amazing. Another favorite about this palette is that I cannot seem to get it off my eyes. Like, I go to work all day and then I come home and my eyeshadow has not creased and it has not faded and it is still on my eyes with a primer. I've used it without a primer and it doesn't last as long, but I mean, no shadow's gonna last as long if you don't use a primer. So the point being is that they do not crease and that they last long, and the color payoff is amazing. Another thing that I love, I does this often where like they're like, it's cheap but like the packaging sucks, and like this is a blush that I have from Maybelline that I got forever ago. Do you see how like flimsy this is? Like, do you see that? Like when I touch it, it like, I can feel it breaking. Oh, see? Hey, there we go. Oh, actually what it does is it just like, it has like these little clip things. Like, and like that's so annoying. That breaks so much. Like I cannot even tell you how many times this thing has broken in my purse, which is super annoying. I don't use this. I just keep it there because I haven't gotten away to throwing it away. When it comes to this, for drugstore packaging, like, I mean, of course the packaging isn't going to be like NARS or like MAC or Stila or any of those other makeup brands, because some of the money that you pay, like if you're paying $14 for a MAC eyeshadow, well, the MAC eyeshadow itself only cost $11. It costs $3 for the packaging of that stuff. And like, that's like, I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's like super expensive to package something. So that is the reason why often when you buy something from the drugstore, it is very cheap quality packaging, because you're not paying, you're paying for the product, not as much the packaging. And that's why. But however, with this, I feel, I mean, it's still drugstore, so it's not like as wonderful as like MAC or NARS, but it's, for drugstore, it's pretty amazing. Like this right here is so durable. I cannot tell you how long I've been carrying this in my purse and how it is not broken once, and how this thing is really thick and it doesn't crack, which happens a lot with my stuff. And like, this isn't a sticker, it's like the Wet n Wild thing. This isn't a sticker, it's like on there. That is a sticker from the price tag, but whatever, ignore that. And like, I don't know, I just feel like for a drugstore product, this is pretty good packaging. I also really like that you can like see the colors like through it, because it makes it easier to store. For me anyway. Another great thing about all Wet n Wild products is that they do not test on animals, which is lovely. So, if you're into that, you can get these. Okay, some things that I don't like about these is like, this is the only one I have. This one is in Vanity, by the way. I like how I haven't said that throughout the entire video. But I don't like that there are only 4. There's, I think this is Vanity, and then there's another one, Pride, Lust, and Greed, I think. So there's only like 4 to choose from, and like I love them so much that I wish there were more to choose from. I actually heard from a friend that like they're coming out with like holiday ones. Don't know if that's true. I like went and looked on the website, but the holiday ones weren't on there. And like, maybe that there will be holiday ones. I hope that there's holiday ones. If any of you know, you should let me know in the comments down below. But I don't know if that's true, so I can't make any promises. So that's one thing that I don't like, is that there's not many to choose from. Okay, so another thing that I don't like about these palettes is that in Greed and Pride, like the matte shades and the shimmer shades aren't very different. Like, the shimmer shades are just the matte shade shimmer. In Greed and Pride anyway. And in Vanity, this one doesn't do that. And then in Lust, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. It kind of plays like both sides of the story. I mean, it kind of does and it kind of doesn't, if you know what I mean. Jelly Bean. And then the last thing that I really don't like about these palettes is the fact that they like, even though they're not chalky, like I said, they're not chalky, they have a lot of fallout. Like when I try, oh darn. Like when I try to, when I'm putting it on my eyes, oh I'm wearing them right now by the way, it's really simple, yeah. But like when I put them on my eyes and they like, I always have to do my eye makeup first because like they fall, like when I have to take a Q-tip and like put it in makeup remover and then like swipe it across the bottom of my eye, and there's so much eyeshadow on that thing. It's ridiculous how much fallout there is. And then like also when like I take my brush and I'm like dipping it in the eyeshadow, and then like I don't know how to explain it, but there's like so much just like loose eyeshadow that comes from me like touching it and just like chills just sitting in there. I don't know how to, that's the best way that I can explain it. But yeah. So overall, this is a pretty great palette. It's actually pretty amazing. Like, I would recommend this to a friend. I would recommend this to you. I would recommend this to anyone because I love it so much. It does have a few negative things about it, but I mean, everything does. So, whatever. I would probably give it a 4 out of 5 for me. Like, for $3, this is an amazing deal, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you're just starting out with makeup, or if you're a bargain hunter or whatever. Like, they're pretty good quality. And just so you know, when I swatched these, I only put my finger in it once, went like that, and then went like this. I didn't like sit there and go like this. No, this is just one swatch of them. I mean, this one, the white one, is actually kind of like doesn't show up very much, but in my eyeshadow palette it only has one that doesn't show up very well, and that might be a problem in some other ones, but I don't have them, so I wouldn't know. I'll let you know when I buy them though, because I do plan on buying them. Alright, so that's it for this review, and I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it helped you, you know, maybe get some ideas on whether or not you wanted to go out and buy this palette or not. I think you should. He really wants you to. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Smooth talking, so